All right, so this is round 2 of allyship and what it is that you need to do. And this video is for large tech companies. So I was asked a question about what would you tell people right now who want to be allies, who really want to help deal with racial injustice and disparities that are happening. And I'm going to lay out some things for you. If you're a CEO or a person in leadership and you're in a tech company, here's what you need to do. One, you need to look at your profit and loss statements because I need you to understand where the distribution of funding is happening. One, in the communities where you exist, but also in your company and how that is impacting the trajectories of Black people, marginalized populations in general that come into your company. So you need to sit down with your director of HR or whoever is in charge of that and look at your CFO, etc., and look at where you are distributing and allocating funds, especially in your community or lack thereof. And then you're going to have to look to see what kind of impact that is having. For example, gentrification. If you know that you're going into a community and you are lobbying, etc., you need to be looking at policies and practices that impact the cost of living, especially for marginalized populations, because even though you pay well, some of us don't get into your institutions because of the bias that is impacting your recruitment, hiring, firing, and even promotional process. So what I'm saying to you is that you got to re-strategize, and you need to do that with the lens of racial equity, right? Now is the time. It's time for you to get active. Your social responsibility programs, your employee resource groups that are dedicated to marginalized populations that y'all love to put on your webpage and promote diversity with their faces. What I'm saying to you is now's the time to not just have those groups as an advisory council, but the content that they give you, the information that they give you is directly related to what's happening now, especially like Blacks at Microsoft, Blacks at Amazon. I know that you have a voice and some of you do have decision-making power and some of us don't. Right. So ERGs based on people of color, etc. If you are in the building, now's the time for you to get on the line with your CEO and your executive team and your leadership team and have a conversation about real institutional change, because that shit matters. So I'm laying it out for you. You need to look at your profit and loss statement and see where you are distributing and allocating funds. You need to meet with your executive team to re-strategize how to approach racial equity and where it's manifesting in every level of your company. Leadership, human resources, your people who are direct techies, etc., your admins. All of these people have always been impacted by racial disparity within your company. But now that you notice it, you need to do something about it. You should have been done something about it. But now that you're interested, whether it's for the interest because you want to save your company or you really care because you know that it's the right thing to do, I'm laying the format out for you, right? So always follow the money, and then also follow the trends in your company where you see inequities existing. If you have managers and supervisors who tend to not hire people of color or marginalized populations, especially Black people, I am telling you that you need to sit down and not just have a conversation with those managers. You need to change your competencies to make it part of their behavioral expectations. If you change the behavior, you change the person. So build a competency that helps people understand that if you don't perform based on racial equity and limiting and stopping racial disparity in this company, this will no longer be your job. You need to make diversity, equity, and inclusion part of your everyday strategy in your DNA and not just a separate initiative in a program. I'm laying these things out for you. I'm going to pause here, but I'm going to be back tomorrow with more of a roadmap for people to understand. Y'all have a blessed day. Stay healthy, stay safe, and do what you need to make your voice heard, but make sure that you don't harm others.